Ooh, very close. Hey, everybody. I'm Louis Porter Jr., and you're watching Transparency Agenda Daily for May 22nd. Yeah, today's title is going to be, it's going to be a somber episode. So it may not be our big excitement one that we normally do. So if it's a little somber, don't be surprised. But we are talking about some serious things tonight. Some will not be good, some will be bad, and some will be not in the best of things. But, you know, it is what it is. We're all adults and we can talk about stuff kind of interesting. I use the word kind of interesting and not really in the right way, but it's you'll see tonight. So let's start off with we always start off with our Kickstarter report. Stuff's going good on Kickstarter. I think people are doing well on Kickstarter. The adventure kit is up to 23,000. Still got 9 days to go. So boom. I like what I see so far. I'm enjoying. I haven't seen anything news popped up that made me go, oh, I got to get. But that's like the hottest new thing. So you should check that out. Of course, we have our 5e focused stuff and our Pathfinders focused stuff. So if you see something you like, or maybe if you know somebody doing some stuff, always feel free to scream out to us and tell us, oh yes, please, please support us. Someone pitch it on the show. But it's very useful. I'll talk it up. I will talk it up. I will not sit there and be like, oh, I'm too good to talk it up. Nah, why not? Let's talk it up. Let's get all excited. Of course, next up, we have our Patreon excitement. Clinton and Owen, of course, doing always awesome work. And Raging Swan, they are competitors, but they're not really competitors. They're friends. So it's nice they're doing such good work. They really are. And it's like, oh, I'm like, well, I can't do that. I got to do something else. That's always fun. I enjoy that part of it. Finding what are the cool things I can do that's different and interesting, but it still be important to this whole thing I do. What can I say? Next up, let's go talk about, of course, self-promotion and business. Self-promotion. The biggest self-promotion thing I can talk about, which I didn't actually promote really that much this weekend, is we released the first adventure from the collected Crisis on Infinite Earths. Ah! See what I just did there? Oh, that's hilarious. Crisis of the World Leader. Yeah, slip of the tongue. With the first Alpha adventure out, I'll be releasing each one like one a week till we get to them, so another 2 weeks. Just something fun. I'm glad that part is kind of over. We're going to release these. That's going to be it. We're going to play some more stuff with it. And, that's going to be it. We're going to be able to move on to our next big project, which I've been focusing on. But that's kind of nice. Stonemeyer, I haven't checked the blog today. This has been one of those kind of weird things. The ROI of geeking out. I guess I have to read that. I know that's going to be awesome. So, boom. Like I said, I just have it there so you guys can check it on a daily basis. And Black Diamond Games, of course, some good retailer stuff that you can always appreciate. The narrow windows. I thought this was kind of funny. I read a little bit of this and I was like, oh, I think I would fall under competent nice guys, but not always. So, hey, when you read the thing, you'll understand. Yeah. So, okay. So, new on the scene. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. So, we're going to take this kind of one by one. And it won't be all good. Some of it's going to be a lot of it's going to be bad. Yeah, so let me just tell that right off the bat. First off, Rich Buckler passes away at 68. Now, for most of you who are not familiar, Rich Buckler was a comic book artist from Marvel for a very, very long time. One of his biggest pieces was he's one of the creators of Deathlock. And I'm a huge fan of Deathlock. I liked the original concept of him. I loved when he did the crossover with Captain America for the 4 issues back that Mike Zeck drew, which I think were amazing. Even though he didn't write it, didn't draw it, but I've always liked that. Yeah, Buckler has done a lot of stuff. All-Star Squadron was one of his creations, another book that I love. Oh, that's right. He also drew the Death of the Jean DeWolf storyline in Spectacular Spider-Man, which was pretty gripping at the time. If you're of a certain age, you remember that kind of stuff. I can't remember. I think I did meet him when I was younger. I can't really remember. It's been 20 plus years. But his protege that was working with him, a guy by the name of Walter McDaniel, I met him. Never get Walter, but we were about the same age, in our 20s. Really good artist, really dark ink artist, and he was basically Rich was, I guess, his mentor. So yeah, and he disappeared. He just disappeared. I was wondering what happened to him. I thought he was a good artist. He'd worked for Marvel. He'd done some stuff for DC. Just vanished. It's kind of sad. You wish these things are always sad. It's a toughie, but yeah. And then the other one that just literally just happened, and I was like, oh, this is horrible. So a lot of people I know are hearing that Joss Whedon has taken over the Justice League movie. And the reason being, which I did not know, is that and I was like, I'm like, oh, why is he doing that? Is he jumping ship? What's going on? What's up with Zack Snyder? And it comes out that Zack Snyder's daughter Autumn killed herself. Yeah, I mean, suicide. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, being a parent, I know there's nothing worse than hearing those words, and that was just like, oh my God, that was not. I mean, that's traumatic enough. I mean, I said I've lost my wife, and I mean that was bad. But losing Lucas, oh my God, I mean, like I said, I couldn't be consoled. I couldn't be consoled. There's nothing you could say to me. There's nothing you could do that would make it better. So I mean, my heart goes out to his family. I know a lot of people are like, oh, I don't like him, and then I'm like, dude, this isn't about person. This is about a father losing their child, and that's horrific. So I'm hoping at least his family can get some kind of head around this, and they don't drive themselves crazy asking themselves why did this happen and stuff like that. But like any good parent, you're going to ask that question. So I mean, I truthfully, like I said, it torments me because like I said, I know what would happen if I lost Lucas. I can't even imagine that idea. So that's one of those things. I just hope his family can get some kind of peace. That's all I can say to that. And another more somber note, not as bad, but no somber. Wes Snyder is leaving Paizo, which I'm like, why is Wes Snyder leaving Paizo? And it was a big announcement last Friday. It happened Thursday, of course, after the show, of course. And then Friday was his last day, and he's gone. I don't know where he's gone off to. I hope he still stays in the industry. He's been there a long time. I mean, like a real long time. If I'm 10, 12 years, like I said, well, 2003. So 14 years, he started in 2003. So, he's been there a long time, seen a lot of stuff, and it's a sad moment that they're losing such a notable guy. I met Wes like I think once or twice, definitely at PaizoCon the time that I went, and always polite, always friendly. Just people get tired of stuff, and sometimes you want to go do other stuff, and okay, that happens. That's what happens sometimes. It's not the best thing, but it happens. You just shrug and you keep moving. Yeah, that's basically it. Yeah. All right. So now for a little more lighter, a little more exciting, a little more nicer stuff. Next up, we have this trailer for Blade the Immortal. Now I remember the manga, and I was like, oh, okay, I remember this. This is a cool concept. So let's see the full length English language. Yeah, no one speaking English. It's just words that you can see of this lovely manga and anime. And wow, that's a trailer. I mean, wow, that was a trailer. That's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of action I need. I need that kind of action. And the more and more I see more Japanese trailers for action films, the more and more I'm getting more impressed with nothing but swordplay. They have the swordplay down to another level. I think in America, gunplay has always been kind of our thing. The Wild West, that whole mentality. So swordplay is definitely a European, Asian concept. It's not. I don't think it's done as well in the U.S. I just don't think it's done as well. And this is another one where it shows you like how cool the swordplay was. It was amazing, cool looking. I'm like, okay, I'm interested. I want to see more. I don't even want to date it. I saw the trailer. I was like, oh, I'm interested. That's all I need to say. Interested. No. Next up, we're doing a little preview for Pathfinder Rune Scars. It's out. It's it's a small one. This gives you a small little piece of it from ICV2. It's not huge, it's not great, but it's enough to get you interested. If you like comics, it's a good idea. If you're not sure, hey man, check it out. It's free. It's a preview. Previews are great because they're free, and because I'm cheap, I like free. That's what I'm talking about. And finally, see, this is now we're gonna talk some fun stuff after this. Electropunk. Now, a lot of people are like, what do you mean Electropunk? Well, there's an artist by the name of Jeff. I'm gonna pronounce it wrong because I've kind of pronounced it wrong in my life. Warmeister. It's like War Miser, but no R. So it's Warmeister. I'm pronouncing it wrong still. Jeff I met years and years ago when I was thinking about doing a comic book for Haven City of Violence. And his style was very much what I was looking for, stylistic. And we were talking. This is a couple of years back. And I'm like, yeah, this would be a cool idea. We should work together. I'm like, yeah. He's like, well, I'm getting something together. I'm looking at this one job. If it works out well, I may not have any time. I'm like, oh, okay, well, if it doesn't, maybe we'll see if we can work something together. I'm sure we can find some way to work together. Well, like Lewis Porter Jr. in every sense of the word, this guy goes on, and hold on. Let me see if I can get it on, because it's important you understand why it's one of those moments of it's like, are you kidding me? This is, I think this is the right one. This is DeviantArt stuff. Well, let me see if I can find. Jeez, really, computer? You can never find things when you need it. So, okay, he of course has a website where the stuff, da da da, and he's got a great art book, da da da. But his, let me get his LinkedIn because this is where it's going to hurt me the most. So yeah, so he's actually from Connecticut, and there's one of those cool things. I'm like, oh, you live? I used to live in Connecticut, so it's kind of made that kind of cool connection. And I was like, hey, I can maybe see if this guy will work for me. And it just didn't happen, timing issue, boom. So he's also a web developer, which is kind of cool. So he moved out to California, and he started working at Top Cow, being an illustrator. Top Cow, Mark Silvestri's studio. Then he started working at Oni Press. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool, yeah. Then he jumps to become the storyboard revisionist for Film Roman. If you don't know what Film Roman is, it's one of the larger, probably more well-known animation companies. So I'm like, oh, that's interesting. You went to Film Roman. And then he got at Film Roman a storyboard artist and character designer. And one of the things he character designed was the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon. That's right. He started working on the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon. And at this moment, you can see where this is going to go bad for me, not for him, but for me. Then he starts doing some cover art in DC. Then he becomes lead character designer for Ultimate Spider-Man at Film Roman. And he's there for 2 years. And I'm like, well, that's great. That's great. Which means I'll never be able to work with this guy ever because he's so beyond me now. Then he became lead character designer at Marvel Animation. And that's where I'm like, oh, this is not good. And then he becomes a freelance storyboard artist at Marvel Animation. So you're like, oh, geez. And then to make it so perfect, he is now the director of Guardians of the Galaxy, the animated series. So yeah, I apparently have an impressive ability to pick out guys way before they're even like where they should be talented and see stuff. And then these guys go off and become awesome. And here's another one where I'm just like, well, there's another one. I picked out another awesome one. So yeah, so that's what he's doing. Yeah, and he's got a new comic book called Electropunk. You should check it out with the link. It's a great looking book. I can't call it a book. It's a great looking web comic. I think he's going to do this on a more regular basis. I hope he does. I think it could be really amazing. I hope he doesn't get too busy because I know his real life is probably, really busy doing, real TV stuff. I mean, geez, if they get TV money, it must be nice. Again, that TV money must be real nice. That's all I'm going to say. So yeah, so Jeff's doing this, and it's awesome. He's also got a Patreon up, so if you're interested in it. But looking at it, I mean, it feels like an animated TV show. But once again, he does animated TV shows. I expect it to look like that, and it does. So, ta-da! And it's a good deal. It's a real good deal. So check it out. I think you should enjoy it. It's really going to be, I think it's going to be awesome. I just hope he doesn't get kind of like off of it. That's like one of my biggest, Atland. Let's see if they actually came back. Because the guy who did Atlan was doing it for a while, and he said, oh, I'm taking a break. And I said, don't worry, I'm going to come back. That break was, it doesn't know, the break he took, is there a date on this anymore? No, it's not even a date on this. This has probably been at least, maybe if I can find something. It's probably been at least a year, if not 2, since he's done anything on it, which is really upsets me because I'm like, I really, okay. November 17th, 2015. So I'm sure like real life has interfered with him doing stuff. So it's like, it happens. But it just, I hate to see so many guys doing cool stuff that I'm really enjoying that just, other things happen. So, but it is the name of the game we're in. We're in a creative field. People get inspired by creative things. They do it. They get tired. Real life interferes with you. You've got other projects. It's a billion and one things. And it hurts. It does hurt. It hurts me significantly because there's so many cool things that I want to see people do and people try out and just interesting stuff. So there we are. Another piece of awesomeness just floating around. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. Yeah, like I said, today was gonna be more of a downer day for stuff. I mean, all the stuff going on, and a lot of deaths happening was not a good thing, and that doesn't make it exciting. So, except today will be a little toned down. It won't be as exciting as normal. It won't be screaming and yelling. I gave you that quick motivation video earlier. Um, it's one of those things. It's like, hey, thank you, Daniel. I do appreciate that. I hope that we could have talked about some more stuff. I think it's been kind of a quiet weekend. Well, okay, let me give you a little insight. So, of course, I'm still working on our Kickstarter for our organized play for Pathfinder. And I'm talking to some people, and people keep saying the same thing to me, and it's resonating. It's to the point it's now it's resonating in my ears. And this is the issue that scares me, 100% scares me, because I'm trying to do something that Paizo already does, and I'm not trying to do what they do. I'm not trying to do what they do. Pathfinder Society is not what we're trying to do. We're trying to do Neo-X's Legacies. It should have the some feel like Society, but it's something totally different. You can only find our stuff that we're doing here with our stuff. And that's how I'm trying to separate myself from what's going on with Society. But, at the same time, I'm a small company. I'm a one-man shop. I have two good guys who work with me. Well, two great guys who work with me, really. But it's like, it's tough to do all these things and get paid for the art and get this editing done and do all this. And there's a lot of moving parts. So it's always like, oh, is this going to make it? Are we going to do it? I'm all stressed out. Oh my God, it's $6,000. That's not a lot of money, but still. And you get to a point where you start self-doubting yourself and start freaking out over stuff that happens that you're doing. Look, all I can tell you is if you focus on doing what you know you can do and do well, you can succeed. Look, I don't have to write every adventure. That doesn't have to be my forte. I have people who are much better at writing adventures, who do it much better than me, but they can take my ideas when I give them, and then we can mix into something from that. And that's a skill in itself, and that's something that I need to always focus on. My job isn't trying to do everybody's job. My job is to let the guys who are much better than me be professionals, do professional work. I just have to be the guy there saying, ooh, this needs a tweak, or I think this needs a tweak, or can we get some more of this? I need to accent the work that's done. I don't need to take over. Some people get like, oh, I got to have my name on the front of the cover. I don't care if my name's on the front of the cover. That doesn't excite me. What excites me is that you pick up the thing that we've done, you love it, and you're telling us later, oh my God, you guys are so amazing. I can't wait to buy more of your stuff. That excites me. It's called Lewis Porter Jr. Design because it's easier for them to talk about them. They don't have to say, who's the owner? Who's the guy? No, they know it's me. Donald Trump was right about that one. I always say that. It's amazing, but you should put your name on your stuff so people, when they talk about it, they're talking about you. That's why I do this the way I do. That's why I present myself the way I do. And that's the important part. And with Neo-X's Legacies, I just want to do cool stories and make people interested in playing these. I've talked about how we want to set it up. I talked how we want to run from Gen Con to Origins. And that middle part in the middle, we thought about something very cool for that. I think I've announced it, but I'm not 100% sure, so I'm not going to say it again. Just go to our website and sign up for it if you're interested and want to know. We're trying to do different things to get people inspired to play Society or, organized play. And we're looking at other places doing organized plays that we can use. Nothing is off limits. Nothing is out of bounds. I will find whatever I think is necessary to use for me. That's right. I want to be the Jeet Kune Do of RPGs, or at least, organized play. Bruce Lee was right, man. Take what you need, discard what you don't, and just keep it moving. And that's the main focus. And that's how I'm going to look at it. So that's where I'm going to go. All right. I'm getting out of here. I've got some stuff I've got to read. I got this. And I didn't show you. That's right. I didn't show you last week, or the week before. I got this. I was like, oh, of course. Oh, yeah. FYI, one of my favorite Avengers of all time, Wonder Man. Why? I think a dude who wears a leisure suit and sunglasses is an awesome costume to use to hide out. I just like that. I got this because I've seen the art and I want to see more about that. And I 100% got this because I've been a fan of. Mr. Terrific is one of my favorite. One of my favorite characters from DC in the last 10, 15 years. I think a very innovative idea. I wish they do more with them. I hated the revamp they just did. I thought it was really stupid. I think Jeff Johns really got the character very well. I think Jeff Johns really got the character very well, and I wish he'd do some more stuff like that. But I get it. People attempt to do them, and it's not always good. But the attempt is there, and I appreciate the attempt. I just wish you'd attempt better if you're going to do something like that. Just saying. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. As always, I close my show. I tell you, hey man, say, call your parents, tell them that you love them, because you don't know, and most importantly, tell your children that you love them. Go give them a kiss, give them a hug, because you don't know. You don't know. Anything could happen, and they could be gone in a second. I know that from a husband-wife perspective, but you never know. So do yourself a favor. Tell them that you love them. Tell them that you're always thinking about them. They'll appreciate that, and you'll appreciate it too. All right. I will talk to you all tomorrow.